Our today's topic is very interesting. I hope you all will enjoy this video. Have you ever heard about the space pen? Is the space pen a real thing? What does it mean and how does it can be used? Yes, the word space pen is real thing. Now let us see the fact and fiction of the space pen. NASA spent millions to develop a pen that would write in space, whereas the Soviet cosmonauts used pencil, according to NASA historians. In fact, NASA ordered 34 mechanical pencils from Houston's Tychem Engineering Manufacturing Inc. in 1965. Pencils may not have been the best choice anyway. The tips flaked and broke off, and pencils are flammable, creating a hazard to astronauts and sensitive electronics on the spacecraft, a quality NASA wanted to avoid in on-board objects after the Apollo 1 fire. Cosmonauts also have been using space pens since, in 1969. The space pen is also known as the zero-gravity pen marketed by Fisher Space Pen Company. Now let us see who invented this pen. The Fisher Space Pen was created by Austrian Friedrich Schachter and expanded by Erwin Rather. Paul C. Fisher invented the thixotropic special ink. The pens were manufactured in Boulder City, Nevada. Paul C. Fisher first patented the AG-7 anti-gravity pen in 1965. Paul C. Fisher worked during World War II with ball bearings in an aeroplane propeller factory. After that he started working in his pen company. The Fisher Pen Company reportedly invested $1 million to create what is now commonly known as the space pen. In 1965, Fisher patented a pen that could write upside down in frigid or roasting condition down to -50 degrees Fahrenheit or up to 400 degrees Fahrenheit and even underwater or in other liquids. If too hot though, the ink turned green instead of its normal blue. That same year, Fisher offered the AG-7 anti-gravity space pen to NASA. Unlike most ballpoint pens, Fisher's pen does not rely on gravity to get the ink flowing. The cartridge is instead pressurized with nitrogen at 35 pounds per square inch. The pen functions in a weightless environment, underwater, in other liquids, and in temperature extremes ranging from -50 Fahrenheit to +400 Fahrenheit. Fisher developed his space pen with no NASA funding. Fisher used ink that stays a gel-like solid until the moment of the ballpoint turns it into all fluid. The pressurized nitrogen also prevents air from mixing with the ink, so it cannot evaporate or oxidize. A newer pen called shuttle pen was used on NASA space shuttles and on the Russian space station. The space pen made its television debut in October 1968 as Apollo 7 mission commander. Walter Schirra demonstrated weightlessness by blowing on a pen to control its movement as it floated about the capsule. It was once the first live video transmission from American spacecraft. Since then, space pens have appeared in television shows from Mad Men and Gilmore Girls to How It's Made. The pens are on display in space museums and in the permanent collection of the Museum of Modern Art in New York. In 2021, the technology was recognized by the Space Foundation as an innovation developed for space that now improves life on Earth by joining around so other technologies in the organization's Hall of Fame. Models. There are two prominent styles of pen: the AG-7 astronaut pen, a long thin retractable pen shaped like a common ballpoint, and the bullet pen, which is not retractable, shorter than standard ballpoint. Several of the Fisher space pen models, the Millennium is one, are claimed to write for a lifetime of average use. The product literature states that the pen will write exactly 30.7 miles 49.4 kilometers. Standard space pen refills can be used in any pen. A truly unique piece of space history. The Soviet Union also purchased 100 of the Fisher pens and 1,000 ink cartridges in February 1969 for use on its Soyuz space flights. Previously, its cosmonauts had been using grease pencils to write in orbit. Both American astronauts and Soviet or Russian cosmonauts have continued to use these pens. Fisher continues to market his space pens as writing instruments that went to the moon and has spun off this effort into a separate corporation, the Fisher Space Pen Company. Thank you all. Hope you liked the video.